This will be the chapter 4. So, how brand communication works. So, in this chapter explains how brand communication functions using facets model of effective to analyze effectiveness. So, how does brand communication works? So, it begins with communication. At its most basic, brand communication is a message to a consumer about the brand, no? Kino-communicate yung brand to consumers. It gets attention and provides information, sometimes even entertainment. So, may nakikita naman tayo, 'di ba? Tulad ng mga advertisement like Youngstown, yung sa kay Pacquiao, ganyan. So, it is purposeful in that it seeks to create some kind of response, such as an inquiry, a sale, or a visit to a website or test drive. So, brand communication is process of delivering messages to consumers about the brand. It aims to inform, persuade, and build relationship. So, persuade at point na hindi naman nakakasira or nanloloko ng customers. So, brand communication is a process of delivering message to consumers. The Mass Communication Foundation, ito yung SMCR model, no? So, this is the sound source or sender, then the message, the code from ito yung from agency, advertiser to agency. C is the channel, the media. Then another M is the decoded message and the R is the receiver. SMCR. Alisin na lang natin to the decoded message because this is just the interpretation. So, similar to the model ng communication, di ba? From the sender, the message, then the receiver, similar lang po, meron mga noise and feedback, may mga hindrances po, and mga other kailangan i-consider. But the sender will send the message through the channel. So dito po may mga channel like print ads, no? Like mga medias like the internet or even the radio or even the television. So then it will be decoded by the receiver of the message. So yan. So the classic model of communication involves yun nga po. Then ito yung mga example niya. So external naman po yung mga noises like public opinions, 'di ba? Meron 'yan. Yung mga you do advertisement of a product, meron mga comments about that, negative or positive comments, the marketing strategies, even the competitions, other noises. So meron mga internal naman is perceived needs if the product is the need of the customers, no? So, information processing, attitudes and opinions, and other noise. So, yun nga. And ang channels talaga yung nagiging media mix natin. So, it depends upon the receiver of the message on how they will perceive the um, perceive and response to the advertisement that they have received. No? Understand, feel, connect, and believe and act. So, adding interaction to brand communication, interactive communication is a two-way communication. There will be a dialogue or conversation and brand communicating is moving in that direction with the advent of social media or word of mouth communication strategies. The difference between one-way and two-way communication is that two-way communication, the source and receiver change positions as the message bounce back and forth. So yun, there is a communication between the sender and the receiver. When the sender sends the message to the receiver will have a feedback na response naman ng sender. Like one way of this is yung ads na binibigay natin through email, then the email can be responded by the receiver can respond through the email or they can call, 'di ba? Meron ganyan. So, palang ping pong. Alam niyo yung ping pong, yung table tennis, ganyan. May may response, ganyan. So, if advertisers want to overcome the impersonal nature of mass communication, they need to learn, receive, listen to as well send message to customer. So it should be clear. The communication, the message that you want to the customer to receive should be clear. And as they send or respond, you should listen for a clear understanding of the message. Next. So ito po yung call natin, interactive communication. So nagiging baliktad lang po siya ang interactive. There is an interaction po between the receiver and the sender. Sender, receiver siya through a channel. So, so group text is a form of shared message within the defined group that can be used to share messages to close friends within a brand fan clubs, di ba? Meron mga fan clubs and mga groups. The point is that communication situation becomes more complex as it is become more interactive. Here is the way. So from business to consumer, consumer to business, company initiated and consumer initiated. Yun ang one way. The shared two-way naman is the business to customers, customers to business. C2. So marketers use of word of mouth, buzz marketing and online siguro alam niyo naman siguro yung buzz marketing. So buzz marketing is yung what is trend, and online social media are indicators of the need for message integration. The important difference is that the consumers are talking to one another in a circle of comments about the products and brands. So that's why it's really important for a product review, 'di ba? Then doon napapag-usapan or even yung mga blogs or certain parang section for companies where they can hear messages or feedbacks or complaints from the customers para naman there will be an improvement of the product that they can do for sa company nila. So interactions and interactive experiences, a final point is that interactive communication is the building block of the customer brand experience which can determine the likelihood of repeat business and brand loyalty. So, asan yan? So, other aspect of communication, it's important to recognize, however, that nonverbal communication can be just as powerful as word-based forms. So, yun, non-verbal. Brands, signals from slogans, yun, mga slogans, mga logos, imagery, and colors. So, bakit kailangan pag-usapan yung mga brand logos? Sometimes kasi yung logo, they can interact with the customers. They can say statements and even slogans, di ba? Nike, you can do it. So, ganun. Parang they speak, no? Cues and signals are used commercial communication to help structure consumers' meaning making process. So brand messages all types contain layers of meaning in most cases, but are particularly with advertising. There are obvious superficial and surface layer meanings but there may be also deeper layers of meaning that call for interpretation, decoding of the semiotics is a research of to tool used to uncover these layers of meaning. So, what are effects behind effectiveness? So, effects, the idea of being effective brand communication will achieve the marketer's desired impact and the target audience will respond as the marketer intended. So this desired impact is formally stated as a set of objectives which are statements of measurable goals or results of the message is intended to achieve. So traditional views on um, impact that communication has the receivers of message. That is how they respond to the message. Kung paano po nakuha, ano ba yung impact na nakuha ng receiver, then how they will respond to it. So AIDA is the most used explanation of advertising used in this word as AIDA. So it is attention, interest, desire, and action. AIDA. attention, interest, desire, and action. So, meron rin tinatawag na think, feel, and do. Another relative simple answer is how advertising works is how they think, how they feel, and how they do. Model developed in 1970s. So, example dito, in reality, we know the consumers sometimes buy out of habit. 'Di ba? Um, bakit bumibili ng Coca-Cola yung or Pepsi? Because out of habit, namimili na sila every day. So, such people who are loyal drinkers of Pepsi or Coke. So, hindi mo naman masasabi sa drinker of Coke na bili ka ng Pepsi. Kasi hindi na yun siya kuan niya eh. Wala na sa habit niya. Mas gustuhan niya, mas pabor sa kanya yung yung Coke. So, Coke ang bibili niya. Vice versa. And other situations, consumers buy on impulse. Yung impulse, bigla, yung parang bigla lang ka lang. Meron, 'di ba, out of habit, meron din parang ay, nauuhaw ako, gusto kong uminom. Pero meron din ibang tao, parang naging routine na nila na everyday umiinom. Such as when you're standing in a line, checkout counter, and pick up a bar of candy. For example, an example for this, siguro magbigay ako ng example. When I was yung addicted sa mga soft drinks, hindi talaga naiiwasan na uminom ako ng energy drink every day. So every day, kailangan ko bumili ng certain brand ng energy drink. So until nag-stop ako, parang nakakaubos ako ng isa to dalawang bottle or tatlo. Kung minsan nagiging tatlo, ganun po. Even yung Coca-Cola, I remember dati, yung out of habit, napapainom talaga ako everyday hanggang sa naging habit na talaga siya, parang hinahanap na ng system ko. Meron rin times, yung sa impulse naman, yung parang, yung nasa linya ka, or nag-market ka, hindi naman talaga yan ang bibilhin mo. Pero out of impulse, binili mo, no? Kumuha ka, kasi nakita mo. So, in both situation, you buy first and then think back on the purchase if you give it any thought at all, 'di ba? Sometimes you buy products even without thinking. There's a facet of models. We have this perception. This is what we see and hear. Emotion is this is what we feel, no? So perception, see and hear, exposure, selection, and attention, interest, relevance to curiosity, awareness, and recognition. Emotion naman affect, feel, yung customer's response, di ba? Wants and desires, excitement, feeling, liking, resonance, yung factors that driving of response. Sa cognition naman, consumer's response niya, think and understand. The factors that drives a response is neither need, cognitive learning, comprehension, and differentiation, recall. Association naman, how they connect, no? Consumer connection, yung kinoconnect niya, yung symbol. Symbolism, condition learning, and transformation. So, persuasion naman is how the consumer believe a product. So, motivation, influence, involvement, di ba? Especially kapag na there's an effect of endorsement. So, engagement, conviction, preference, and intention, loyalty, and believability, and credibility. So, that's why it's really important for product to be endorsed by known endorsers. So, behavior naman is how they act, how they do. So, mental rehearsals, trial, buying, contacting, and advocating, and referrals prevention. So, that would be. So nakuha natin yung 6, no? So, perception, how they is the process by which we receive information through senses. So, how we see through our eyes and how we hear from our ears. Mahirap naman how we see through our ears and how we hear through our eyes. Mahirap naman yun. So, consumers must notice an ad before it can influence them. It's really important, no, for a customer before they can be influenced for a certain product, they must hear about the product. They must see what is the product, no? To see is to believe. Yan talaga. Yan talaga yung nagiging kwan, no? To see is to believe. Selective perception filters out unnecessary information, so ads must break through the clutter rather. So, example nito. Next. So, key factors this driving perception, then exposure, selection, and attention, interest, relevance, curiosity, awareness, and recognition. Here's the brief, no? Exposure, nandito. The first test is perception whether the brand communication message is being seen or heard, no? Na-expose ba yung tao sa certain product. Selection and attention naman, the next factor is drive perception in selective attention. So, selective attention, nakuha ba na ang attention nito? The process by which the receiver of a message choose to attend the message to a message. Interest, nakuha ba ang interest? The factor of closing the selection barrier is interest, which means the receiver of the message has become mentally engaged, no? So relevance, if the person gets or understand the product has a relevant to him or her. So one reason people are interested in something is relevance, which means that the message. Curiosity, ito. Pay attention out of curiosity, which result from questioning, wanting more, and yun. 'Di ba? If you are curious, if you want to learn something more, nagiging obsessed, siguro hindi naman sa obsessed, but if you invest more to know about the product, become na nagkakaroon ka ng interest na kukuha yung interest mo na understand more about the product, then there's a time na bibili ka ng product na yan, maa-attract ka. Awareness, when you are aware of something you know that you have seen or heard before. Result, that makes an impression when something is registered. So, recognition naman is advertisers are interested in two types of memory: recognition, which means remember seeing, and recall, which means the to remember what the ad said. No? So recognition is a measure of perception and is used to determine awareness, and recall is a measure of understanding, which will talk about the sa cognitive effects. So synergy requirement, synergy, which means individual message have more impact working jointly to promote a product that than they should work they would working on their own. So subliminal is the effect that message cues given below threshold or perception. So emotion, feel, 'di ba? Ads could create emotional connections. Example for this is the Real Beauty ad campaign by the Dove. Yung pinakita nila that there's an inclusivity of every woman, that every woman is beautiful. So meron siyang affection, meron siyang emotion na na-touch, the feeling of being included through that advertisement, So nakuha ng Dove ang affection, ang emotion, they feel something, they feel included, no? Was effective because it challenged conventional beauty standard. So, affective responses mirror our feelings about something: anger, love, fear, hate. The term affective is describes something that stimulates one's touches, the emotion establishes a mood, creates liking, and elicits feelings. So, affective refers to emotional response, affective refers to how well something works. So, factors that drives emotional response are powerful in not only because they drive perception but also because the ad breaks through this interest. 'Di ba kapag na na-attract ka sa isang advertisement, nawawala yung disinterest mo. Naka-cancel out niya yung disinterest mo. So furthermore, positive emotional response drive memory as well as attention. So once desire, there's a difference between the two, no? So I want something implies desire. I want something. So wants are driven by emotion and base wala um ang wants and desire kasi works together. So implies the desire. So are driven wants are driven by emotion and based on a long our wishes, longs and cravings. Impulse buying is a good example of motivational power of wants. Excitement naman step above the interest in terms of intensity response excitement, which means emotional passion are being aroused. Feelings are our passions and feelings are addressed in a way numbers of ways in brand message such as humor, love, 'di ba? Yan naa-arouse yung feelings referred as emotional appeals. So likings two important effective responses to message are liking the brand and liking the ad. So there's a difference between the two. There are people who likes the brand but doesn't like the ads. There are people who likes the ads but doesn't trust the brand. So liking um and opposite side there's disliking the brand and the ad. No, liking means having positive feeling, warm pressure, enjoyment, and love. In brand communication, liking may reflect the personality of the brand and entertainment power of the execution of the message. Resonance, effective advertisement sometimes create resonance. No resonance, may resonance feeling that the message rings true. So like relevance, message that resonate to um, help consumer identify with the brand on a personal level. Resonance is stronger than liking because it involves the element of self-implication, identification. So cognitive naman is how the customer think and understand about the product. Cognition, refers to the how consumers search for and make sense of information as well as how they learn and understand something. Ads provide information and knowledge to help consumers evaluate. So dapat yung advertisement mo is not just attacking the feelings of the consumers, but you must also provide information, no, about the product. And sometimes kasi ang consumers is really they really want na yung parang the advertisement can give them information na hindi na nila kailangan mag-search pa, but it is given na. So yun. So rational feels use facts while emotional feels use storytelling. So sometimes advertisement really use the storytelling, pero sometimes customers really wants facts eh. Especially there's an issue of misleading and also issue of faffery, issue of um, false claims, issue of um, ano tawag dito, mga kwan, no? Mga false na mga kwan, unethical na advertisement. So factor that type cognition, information processing, thinking things through leads to cognitive response. Consumer may need to know something in order to make a decision, no? Sometimes kasi 'di ba ikaw before ka bibili, you check the label. Sometimes 'di ba that's why I think it's Bear Brand I think. So yung ads nila na check the label mommy, because in the label you can see there. You can see the ingredients, you can see the information, the nutrition facts, no, about the product. So and the information gathered in response to that, the need leads to understanding. 'Di ba? Sometimes kapag may gusto kang bilhin, chine-check mo muna ang information about the product. Then after you get the information, the factual information, you make a decision then purchase the product. So the information has to be perceived and then filed in memory. It can be recalled when needed. Advertising and other marketing communication often provide information about the product, usually facts about the product's performance and features such as size, price, construction, and design. So, yon ang key of key drivers consumers cognitive response is the need of cognitive learning, comprehension, and differentiation and recall. So, let's go with the need. Ano ba yung kailangan ng customer? So, there's a difference between kailangan and gusto, no? The need is kailangan. Sa brand stewards na talks about lot consumer needs and wants. So, general needs are the basic biological motivation. So, for example, yung Imodium, 'di ba? Why do you drink Imodium? Because you need it. Kasi nagkaroon ka ng loose bowel movement. Hindi ka uminom kasi gusto mo. Because you need it. Okay? Bakit ka uminom ng beer? Hindi dahil sa kailangan mo. Dahil sa gusto mo. So there's a difference. There's a line. There is a line drawn between the two. No? In another example. Um, bakit ka uminom ng vitamins? Kasi kailangan ng katawan mo, hindi dahil sa gusto mo. Bakit itong brand ng vitamin ang binili mo? Hindi sa kailangan mo, kasi gusto mo. Minsan kailangan mo pero mas gusto mo. 'Di ba? May mga ganyan. So, there's a difference between the two. 'Yon. But they may also be something you think about once tends to be based more on feelings and desire. So, 'yon nga, consider the tag between wants and 'yon. Ito, example ha. Bakit ka bibili ng kotse? Kasi kailangan mo para may masakyan ka. Bakit kailangan Cadillac? Kasi yun ang gusto mo. Okay, another example. Bakit ka bumili ng cellphone? Para may magamit ka. Kasi kailangan mo. Bakit iPhone ang bili mo? Kasi yun ang gusto mo. So there's a difference between the two. Okay? So, or a needs that simply postpone because it's less significant than that other more compelling needs. So, ito ha. Sometimes kasi why do we if you're going to buy a car, there's the difference between the two. Used car or hand car and the new branded car. So, sometimes we want to buy a new branded car. But does it really this really the need that is this really our needs? So kung ito ba yung need mo or wants mo lang yan. So a used car that less offers the best value in terms of mile and prices, why buy a new one and branded one if yung need naman ang gusto mong i-address, di ba? So, cognitive learning, consumers learns about a product and brand through two primary roots, cognitive learning and conditional learning. Cognitive learning occurs when a presentation of facts, information, and explanation leads to understanding. So, comprehension, the process of by which the people understand. Comprehension. So, hindi ko na kailangang explain yan. No? Confusion, on the other hand, is the absence of understanding. Confusion. If you are confused, then you didn't really comprehend. So, differentiation naman, the consumer's ability to separate one brand from another brand in a product category called differentiation. Distinguishing between competing brands is what happens when consumers understand the explanation of competitive advantage. 'Di ba? Yung kino-compare yung dalawa, differentiate ang brand X sa brand Y. 'Yon. Sa recall naman, sometimes kasi the product is being advertised. So, how the customer comprehend the product is retain sa mind natin, then we recall it at times na need na natin. So, 'yon. We can recall on how much we understand, no? Understand or learn the product. So, thinking and feeling, even though this section is on cognitive processing, note that a feeling and thinking works together. Hindi naman pwedeng nag-iisip ka lang ng certain factual information about a product, but also you need to consider the feelings. You need to consider the wants, no? Mga ganyan. So, hindi lang sa needs but also the wants. They should work together. So association naman is connect. You associate, you connect from one to another. So brand should align with symbols, values, and lifestyles that consumer relate to. For example, yung Old Spice, the man your man could smell like. So link the humor with masculinity and adventure. So 'di ba? May konting humor siya. Yung advertisement, yung have you wondered, do you see me riding this horse, but have you yung nakita niyo ba daw siya na nagsasakay ng kabayo na pabaliktad. So, asan doon yung sense? Wala naman. That is just for humor. However, in that advertisement, pinapakita doon na that product is only for men. Not only for men, but that product is for men. No, they associate the manly, yung advertiser is manly. 'Di ba? Di ka pa ba namamanlihan sa advertiser na ang laki ng katawan, pinapakita na lalaking lalaki siya. So, di ka pa ba na-aastigan doon? So, pinapakita doon, ina-associate yung product na yon that is for man. Na a man should smell like this because this is a product for men. Association is a technique of communicating through symbolism. So we might say symbolic meanings are transferred through the process of association. The transfer of meaning connects personal meanings to goods and other symbols such as celebrities. So association is the primary tools used in brand communication and guides the process of making symbolic connection between brands and desirable characteristics as well as people, situations, and lifestyles that cues brand images and personality. Factors that drives association. So the goal of association is to use symbolic connection to define the brand and make distinctive brand linkage. So reflects the degree to which the association and ideas presented in the message as well as the consumer's interests that are connected to the brand, then transform it from a product to a recognizable and memorable brand image. So symbolism through ito naman yung drivers symbolism, condition learning. Kanina is cognitive learning, ngayon condition learning. Yung cognitive learning is through cognition, no? How they understand. So condition is kino-condition siya, no? Later ikuha natin ang kanya. So sabi pa nga natin, balikan natin yung cognitive learning, no? Cognitive learning is occurs when a presentation of facts. So through the process of learning. While condition learning, asan yun? Condition learning naman is the process by which group of thoughts and feelings become linked, kino-condition to brand through repetition of message. Kino-condition siya. So symbolism yung balik tayo sa symbolism. Symbolism may sinisimbolize siya, meaning which the brand stands for certain qualities. May sinisimbolize siya. It represents something, usually something abstract. So, balik tayo sa cognition learning. Although the advertisement sometimes use cognitive strategy, they frequently are designed to elicit non-cognitive association through condition learning. So, yun sabi natin kanina. People are also learn by watching others, called social learning. So, by what they see from other people, they learn. So, transformation naman is the result of brand association process is transformation. Association networks, the association process is built on a network of association called knowledge structure. So, second to the last pa pala to. Meron pa palang isa. Number 5 is persuasion. How the consumer believe. Diba? Sabi pa na natin na sa first meeting natin, advertisement is not deceiving the customer, but persuading them. So persuasion is the conscious intent, the part on the part that of the source to influence or motivate the receiver of a message to believe or do something. Persuasive communication, creating or changing attitudes and creating convictions are important goals of most brand communication. An attitude is a state of mind, a tendency, inclination, or mental readiness to react to a situation in a given way. So since advertising rarely delivers immediate action, surrogate effects such as changing an attitude that leads to a behavior or are often the goals of advertising. So, convincing consumers to choose a brand involves credibility. Yung nga sabi natin, credibility, the influence, and the argumentation. If you do an advertising, it's really important to have credibility, the credible, no? Para mas kapal niya yung paniwala. And how it influence the consumers, no? So, for example, sa Burger King's Whopper breakout campaign, showed real customers reaction to the Whopper being removed, reinforcing to brand loyalty. When people are convinced of something, their attitude are expressed as beliefs. 'Di ba? Sabi pa nga, kapag ang tao is na-persuade mo, then na-change mo na yung attitude nila towards the product, naniniwala na sila sa product na meron ka. So, persuasion has many dimensions, but advertisers identify the following factors to explain how persuasion affects consumers: motivation, influence, involvement, engagement, conviction, preference and intention, loyalty, and believability and credibility. So, number one, motivation. Siguro, kapag na-persuade sila through the message of the advertisement, na motivate sila to buy the product. So, influence naman is known, yun nga, di ba, na influensyahan. Some people known as opinion leaders may be able to influence other people. 'Di ba? Na-change yung attitude nila and convince them for the right decision. Meron din naman testimonies, 'di ba? Through the testimony of other people, naniniwala na impluwensyahan yung ibang tao. Meron din naman mga bandwagon. Ito naman yung mga um, kapag ano yung uso, sasama. Mga bandwagon appeals. Message that suggests that everyone is doing it, so are also used to influence other people's emotion. 'Di ba? Yung naging uso yung pares ni Diwata na attract rin yung iba. Kumain ng pares, magstayo ng pares, ganyan. Kasi yun ang naging uso. Nagkaroon ng buzz. Word of mouth communication, it has always been recognized as the most powerful form of persuasion, and that's why strategies that engage influencers are so important, di ba? Yung nangyari sa Diwata Pares, from the word because of the word of mouth, nagkaroon ng buzz. And yun, naging sikat. Involvement naman, advertisers distinguish between products, messages, and social and media on the basis of the level involvement they require from the buyer. So involvement refers to the degree of which you are engaged in attending to a message and the process you go through interacting with the product. You are involved. Engagement naman is that the consumer is more than just interested in something. They are engaged in the idea. They are engaged in the product. No? Conviction naman is which means the consumer agrees with the persuasive message and achieve a state of certainty believing the product. So a factor in conviction is the power of argument, no, which uses logic, reasons, and proof to make the point. Preference and attention naman, consumers may believe with a preference, di ba? Ano yung preference mo? 'Di ba? Yan talagang tinatanong sa consumers. What is your preference? What do you prefer? No? Or intention. What is your intention why you buy this product? Why is your intention why you choose this product, certain product? So, nadadrive talaga because of their belief. So, try or buy a product, they are motivated by their conviction. So, they have this preference, they have this intention because they have this conviction in themselves na if they buy this product is this product will for example, why do you buy soft drinks na Sprite? It's not just because the Sprite has the tagline na freedom from thirst, but because the customer they prepare this drink than other, or they have this intention na to buy this product instead of buying others. So loyalty naman, 'di ba? Meron talagang customers that they are loyal to certain products. They are loyal to certain brand, no? They are satisfied to a product or a brand. So believability and credibility, an important issue is in persuasion is believability, which refers to the credibility of argument in a message. So dapat no puffery and probable claims, um, such as common praise. So 9 of 10 doctors recommend. Yan talaga. Sure ka ba maniniwala ang customer? 99.9% namamatay ang germs. So, at least siguro mapapaniwala mo sila na 99.9 kasi hindi naman 100% mamamatay ang germs, and it is also na important na may germs pa rin sa katawan natin. Yun ang sabi nila. Pero maniniwala ka ba as customer na 100% of germs mamamatay, or 9 of 10 of 10 of doctors says meron talagang isang doctor na hindi mag-agree. So at least doon naroon na yung um, kahit may konting puffery siya, but meron namang believability na hindi lahat ng doctor mag-a-agree, no? So sometimes kailangan rin ng source to have credibility. Means that a person delivering a message as an expert is respected, trusted. So, sometimes nga, di ba, nakikita natin sa mga ads, why do they hire these certain people? Why do they hire some expert in the field? Because this expert in the field has the credibility to say about the product, to state some message or state some facts about the product na meron naman silang credibility. Example, kapag si Coco Martin nagsabi ng ang Dove ay magandang pangpuputi, pero maitim hindi naman sa maitim si Coco Martin, pero darker ang complexion ng skin niya. Di ba hindi ka panipaniwala? Pero kapag babae yung nagsabi nito na gumagamit like Christine Hermosa or like Ann Curtis, di ba mas nagkakaroon ng credibility, no? Example lang yun. Hindi ko naman sinabi na yun talagang kon. Example lang. So, let's go sa last, that is behavior or act and do. So, encouraging purchase, stores, visits, or online engagement. Trials offer discount samples. So, yan. So, meron tayong tinatawag na indirect and direct action. Direct action which represents an intermediate response. So, direct response. Cut out the order from a form and send it back to by returning. Meron naman indirect action, delayed response. So, cold flash mob rather. These public spectacles include concerts, marriage proposal, yung mga flash mob na nag-uso last mga 2010 to 2015. 'Di ba yung may mga biglang sasayaw, may biglang kukuan, yan. Pero sometimes ginagawa pa rin yan, yung mga flash mob, yung parang sasabihin na, can you play this song? Tapos may magpa-piano, then may pupunta naman magba-violin. Yan, flash mob pa rin yan siya. Some say it is, ano tawag, scripted. Yes, most of it is scripted. Some are not. But most of it is scripted. So, yun. Sometimes kasi what drives the customers or the consumers to do or act. So, behavioral response. So, the behavioral response involving actions of some kind is often the most important goal brand communication, particularly for those tools such as sales, promotion, and direct marketing. Factors that drive behavioral response include mental rehearsal, trial, buying, contacting, advocating, and referrals. So, rehearsals of behavior is made possible by showing visual of people doing things. Visualization is an image action, but one one that is the predecessor to the behavior with the advertiser hopes the consumers will feel comfortable and familiar. So trial naman, the first step is making purchase often to try the product. 'Di ba? Nagkakaroon ng trial. 'Di ba? Even sa mga subscription there is a trial may mga trial times before you subscribe you have this trial. So nagkakaroon ng actions, call to action. So a trial is important for new products and expensive products because it lets the customers to use the product without any initially committing to a purchase. 'Di ba? If you go to malls or even meron mga products na nagkakaroon ng product testing so that the customer will have the idea of what is the product, what is the contents of the product, what is the taste of the product. So doon natatry, no? Buying naman is the objective of marketing programs in sales. So in advertising, sales are sometimes simulated by the call to action. So understanding naman. Contacting is trying to and buying maybe marketer's dream response, but other actions also can be important measuring of an advertising behavioral effectiveness. Responding by making contacts with the advertiser can be important sign of effectiveness. Advocating and referrals. So one of the behavioral dimension of brand loyalty is advocacy or brand fans speaking out to the brand's behalf of referring to when someone asks for a recommendation. So referrals, no? Yung sasabi niya, i-refer ka sa product na to because they are satisfied customer that um, they can say that the product is real, the product is kasi they have tested it eh. They have this parang credibility naman na they can say about the product because they have tried it or earlier. So prevention naman is in some social actions situation, brand message are designed to deter behaviors such as clean air campaigns that hopes to reduce car use. Yon, mga prevention. 'Di ba? This is a complicated process that involves counter-arguing by presenting negative message about unwanted behavior and creating the proper incentives to stimulate the desired behavior. 'Di ba? Yung tulad ng prevention of mga kuan gayto using of plastics. That's why you should use ganito para hindi na dumami yung kalat or di na makain ng di na dumami yung mga basura, mga single use plastic. Then minsan nagiging cost na nakakain ng mga marine animals like turtles ganyan. Example lang 'yan. Example lang 'yan. So, 'yun. So, power of brand communication, there are the six-factor process model of effects that we've been describing is our answer to the question of how brand communication works. So, these six factors, yung think, yung feel, yung ano pa, um, yung perception, emotional, cognition, association, persuasion, behavior, yung see, feel, think, connect, believe, act. Yon. Um, Six factors work together can create a coherent brand perception. You should remember two things about this model. The effects of are interdependent. Interdependent siya, hindi siya dependent lang sa isa, but they also work together. They are not equal for all brand communication situation. No, hindi siya pare-pareho. Sometimes yung iba is mas more on sa thinking. Yeah. In terms of impact, we recognize that different product situation call for different strategies. Sometimes more emphasis in a message strategy we need to be placed on emotion or image building than on reasons and facts. Yun nga sabi natin kanina. Sometimes kasi yung iba mas maganda sa mas inaatake sa feeling because mas nare-recall ng tao to. Strong versus weak brand communication. Some communication strategies create immediate impact, strong effects, and while others weak naman. Social media and digital marketing play a growing role in brand engagement, making consumers interaction more dynamic and traditional advertising. So, strong effect, immediate changes in attitudes or behavior that cause impulse buying. Weak effect, gradual brand loyalty and long-term influence. So, hindi siya madalian. Yung strong effects, yung na-attract agad yung customer, while yung consumer, while yung weak naman, hindi naman sa walang effect, but weak nga, hinay-hinay. So, hindi siya gradual siya. So, hindi naman sa lahat na bibigla. Minsan, paunti-unti. So, that would be all for chapter 4. Next, we will discuss chapter 5 on the next video. Thank you for listening.